Welcome to NBA2K's MyBuilder, aka the MyPlayer information. We're going to be running down all the key information you need to know. This is connected to MyCareer, which I'll have a separate video about that. But this one directly is talking about the builder, everything to expect from all the new badges, the brand new takeover system. A lot of the community builds are back as well. They changed the attribute system. I mean, there's a long list of things that I'm feeling about this. There's a thing called cap breakers, which is kind of crazy. Yeah, it's a lot. Shout out to Zach Zimmerman coming through to the interview with our buddy Chris Manning, as you're watching in the background. But man, they came through and they were throwing some haymakers, really trying to knock some head offs with what they talked about and broke down. We got a lot to discuss when it comes to the builder, and the overall of how this is going to all play out for us as players. And it's a lot to get into, guys. So I want to try to just run through the information and then do some breakdowns as well. Okay, so very quickly, just to give you the key information, there's literally 100+ new possible archetypes. There's a new system in the builder where you're able to test your build just by going into freestyle mode. Basically, it's just kind of for you to dribble, dunk, shoot, just an open gym for you. You don't have to deal with AI or anything. There's 40 new badges, so I'm going to showcase and talk about the badges in a little later. One of the dope things about the builder is you can check the animations, which is crazy important to me personally. I think it's an important one. Then the new takeover system, all right? There's 72 takeovers. There's 14 takeover abilities. Takeovers have different attributes and they have 5 levels. Going from level 1, you're heating up, of course, to level 5 when you're on fire. And it's pretty crazy. The new system, basically, you can choose from 70 of the takeovers. Each takeover has its own requirements to unlock. For example, you cannot have a 53-pointer or mid-range and qualify for shooting takeovers. So you got to have higher than that. But typically, you will qualify for takeovers on the play style that you're playing and the build that you make for it, which is very cool, in my opinion. There's a new my courts it's returning, which is kind of crazy. I love that. And then they talk about the badges that they're getting combined from 2K24 to 2K25. An example is blinders got incorporated into Deadeye, and then fast twitch was moved into paint prodigy. We're going to showcase that and talk about that in a minute. Then there's the new legend badges, which is kind of crazy to me because it is top tier, and we're going to showcase some of this stuff and talk about what is in store for us as far as all those brand new key information that we got. Okay, let me go ahead and give you guys a quick look into some of this stuff and talk about it. So just imagine, as I've talked about and complained about for years, is I want to be able to see my attributes. I don't want to have to make the build or write down notes every single year about what unlocks what. It's like, oh, an 85 for ball handle to be able to get a specific Kyrie or this or that. So this is going to allow that you to see it in this actual builder, which is super cool. Another thing about the builder that's brand new is agility. You can see at the bottom now you have agility. Stamina is gone because you're going to earn stamina by playing in the practice Gatorade. You're going to do the workouts to be able to get those. We'll talk about that in a minute. But the main thing here is that attribute is a new system for this game. And basically what they're doing is making it so that for your lateral defense and your off-ball movement and cuts, it's going to be through agility. I'm sorry about that. And so that's interesting. And the reason they brought that up and the reason this is new change is that speed with ball will officially affect your dribble launches. It hasn't really been that effective in the past, and we was using like acceleration or speed instead of speed with ball. people were getting upset about this, and it's something that the devs are listening and they changed, which I think is super cool. We'll see how that plays out. You guys know I go into the builder and I break the thing the very first day. I don't care about playing the game. That's the first thing I do, is kind of find new strong ways to get strong. Another interesting point that has nothing to do with anything other than me spotting it is rebounds. As you can see, they're in purple for some reason, and I think that might be tied to something different that they're doing now and not making it a defensive badge. So you can't boost up your defense to get some crazy rebounds for a guard. Hopefully that's what this means. It's like you can't have a 99 and you're 6'1". I don't know what the scenario is, but we'll find out about that. And then, of course, what you're seeing on the right is the legendary badges. They're said that it's going to cost so much to get one of these. But if you're looking at it right now, we're looking at a couple, and you have your ball handle high, and it says lightning launch, and it's only at 98 at the moment. So you can unlock it not at 99. So everything doesn't need to be a 99, I'm assuming. And of course, we would have to test all this and check every single badge and what's the requirements. I'm hoping they kind of post that so we can see it. Right here, it says a 94 for that. So that's going to be a threshold that I think a lot of players will end up putting on for themselves. And that could be super interesting. Next thing that I want to talk about is the brand new badge system. As they said, that they put two different things in together. Oops. And we're looking at Paint Beast here. I'm sorry, not Paint Beast, but the Paint Prodigy. And they use this as an example that it's now blended in together. And this is important because Fast Twitch is now connected to Prodigy. All right, so that means they're going to be going together, and so you're going to have more effectiveness in the paint for that. And the same thing with Blinders. Blinders is now connected to Deadeye. So when you look at all these badges and you say, where's Deadeye? What does it do? It says taking shots with this closing defenders reduces the penalty from the shot. So it's going to be combining both and streamlining them. That's what the developer said in the interview, and I love it. I think it's a great feature, and it's important to us as a community to have that as we go forward. So personally, it's a lot of W's, to be honest with you guys. You know, so many W's for me that I'm excited about what's possible. And I'm going to kind of run through the article very quickly. I don't want you guys to be here all day checking it out, but if we just look at the article and we go through the information just by the categories, you have the MyBuilder, everything I just talked about. The community builds are coming back, which would be very fun. I think it's necessary. You guys know I'm probably like one of the greatest. I'm gonna go ahead and say it, and y'all can hate me for this, but I'm one of the greatest of labbing up. All right, I might not be the greatest player, but I break down the builder, and people take all my information and they share it with all these other guys, and people just watch as I spend hours in there learning everything, every little detail to share with the community. So I'm excited. I can't wait. I don't need to be a community build to feel that way, but hey, this is a dope feature for the community, in my opinion. One of the best community features in the game. Attribute refresh. We talked about a couple of things. I want to get into it a little more. They explained that speed with ball now is very important, and that it's going to help you with your dribble launches. It also explains that for stamina, you have to go to the Gatorade gym, and you're going to be able to be an 85 off rip just from creating a character. You're going to automatically be 85, which makes perfect sense. I've been complaining about this for years. Like, why does my dude have to upgrade his stamina? He's an NBA player. Like, why did he get drafted if you don't have stamina? That make no sense. But then you're going to be able to buff it up 4 workouts, and you should be good to go. And you can get to 99 very quickly. Not going to take a lot. One of the best things I like, and I'm going to read it very quickly. It says, if you get at least 3 stars for 4 weekly workouts, that's a month. All right. So in a month, you'll get the temporary turbo boost, and you'll unlock a body type. All right. If you do 12 unique workouts, you're going to unlock Workout Warrior, giving you a 99 stamina and permanently turbo boost. plus all the body types. All right. So 12 unique ones. I think that's 3 months, if I'm correct. Right? Is it 3 months? I think I'm doing the math wrong. If they calculate unique workouts as in every 4 weeks, then that would take 3 months. We'll see. But then they have the interesting part here, which I was talking about. Last year, we abused acceleration so that your dribble launches can work off of it. But they said, not no more. This year, your dribble launches are determined by your speed with ball. And then your defense lateral movement, your off-ball launches, and your off-ball cuts are determined by agility. Super important. And then the takeovers, it's a new system. It's actually pretty awesome, guys. It allows you to just activate them as you go. As you can see that the boost goes up every single time from 2 attributes here, 4 attributes, 6, 7 attributes higher than normal, which is crazy good. And then there's a lot of them, so you're able to activate them and do a bunch of cool stuff. This is going to be a fun system. I think it's going to be one of the best ever takeovers, because we kind of had the same type of takeovers over and over and over and over. Not that they were bad. It's just like, this is something fresh. I feel good about it, and I'm happy. And then the badges, as we talked about, a lot of new badges because they're combined. So now it's more about like getting the best bang for your buck, in my opinion. There's the perks, nothing too crazy here. I'm not gonna go over it. I don't think this is gonna be as revolutionary as some people are overreacting about. We had this type of system last year, but it's a little different now. Max +1 boosts your badge 1 level above its max setup. Okay, then you can take it up higher as you go, which is very cool. And then the biggest change is the cap breaker right here. This is probably like its own video because I'm so hyped about it. But basically, you're capable of going crazy with this. And basically, what it explains is you can go over your actual attribute 5 levels above it. All right. And it's all through the rep rewards. So you want to be able to get a lot of rep this year. We got to see the rep system to see how fast you can unlock all of them. But the fact that if I can get 5+ on something that I don't really want, that's like, oh, let me get better, close shot. I already have good finishing. I just need a little bit of close shot. I get 5 extra on that, something silly like that. Personally, I'm a dribble head. I'm probably going to put it on dribbles. I might do something with shooting if I need it. I don't really feel like I need it for shooting too much, but it's always nice to have crazy dribbles, unlock specific animations for them and things like that without killing your attribute points. So for me, this is going to be a crazy fun setup. Oh man. But yeah, so that is the rundown and the breakdown on this brand new preview that we just got when it comes to the MyPlayer / MyBuilder, all of the new badges and systems and all of that. I do have a video breaking down my career, should be popping up on your screen. And also know that I got giveaways on my main channels. You can go check them out, as well as I need this channel to get love. So show support and let's lock in to make this channel grow and build for you guys to have NBA 2K breakdowns from me all year. Right? The more you share this, the more we grow. See you there. Peace.